Hello everybody, and welcome back to this Hobble through of Dragon Age Origins. Alright, so we went to go see if we could possibly get the merchant, since he was standing around after he said that he was clearing out, but unfortunately he's now gone. I'm not sure if we can get him back or not. I sure hope so. Alright, let's see, where are we going? Gurin, Redcliffe. I expected noble. He's a mobile. You can call on him. Has a great deal of influence. Landsmeet. Skirts. North to Free Marches. And west to Ole. Alright. Nothing to really do, so let's get out of here, shall we? Quite a few dead bodies everywhere. Wrong button. Surely nothing bad can come from that.
Bad dreams, huh? Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight. I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too. Other than dying young and the whole defeat the Blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Enchantment. Hey! There they are. All your party's injuries are healed. When you return to camp, each party member can be found somewhere in the camp, making it an ideal location to hand out new equipment, give gifts, or talk.
Yes? Well, here I am. I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell, and the darkness drew me in. When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith. In my dream, I fell, or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the Blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the Blight devours everything? I don't know. He made this world. He could destroy it. But there is so much worth saving. You're such a pessimist.
What do you need? Ask away. Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells. You could call it that, sure. The Chantry doesn't look on it the same way, however, since really our talents only work on mages. Against a regular person, I'm just a guy in a metal suit. No, I never actually became a full Templar. Duncan recruited me before I took my vows. I was only present during one harrowing. The ritual that they test the mages with. It's not unlike our joining, really. And just as deadly. The girl they tested, she had a demon put inside her to see if she could resist. And she couldn't. We had to end it quickly. I have to say I didn't have much interest in becoming a Templar after that. Perhaps, but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put two and two together. Well, they do it, and they feel perfectly justified. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templars' talents more effective, or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me.
Oh, yeah. You barking at Rex.
Oh, why, you little... Me? Harassing your dog? I should say it's the other way round. Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look. Don't you think I don't know it? Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
That's why you're barking. Stan?
Why are we stopping? There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful? I am Kunari. I have given my word to aid you. We are not people of idle promises. No. People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of, the elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty.
Whoa.
I am. I have always fought in war, dwarf. Some of them. They aren't all alike. Generally, I do not see how this matters. Seheron and Parvolan are distant. Ferelden and the Darkspawn are immediate. What a strange language you speak. You say hurry, where I would say duty. No, it is yours, and you are chatting with me instead. As you wish.
I see how long it took him before he got annoyed. With Sten, I don't think you can really tell.
What do you wish of me? If you must. I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend. Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know? Anyone with sufficient will, but the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed.
I'm a little high up, I just realized, for a dwarf.
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess. No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could, but as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
Now there is you.
Not all apostates use the forbidden blood arts. Maleficarum do, but to condemn all who do not fall under the circle's thrall for the sake of what might be is a dangerous path to walk. There are those who look on the word apostate as meaning freedom. Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
Maybe tied to a flagpole and tickled. No
doubt it would. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fennick, at your service once again. Now, before you say anything, I do recall that your business is private. But I saw your camp and couldn't help but stop. Is there anywhere safer to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes? Wonderful. Thank the gentleman, won't you, boy?
Thank you, sir.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me. If there's anything I can do for you, please, please tell me. Well, if you're really interested, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm originally from Orzammar, just as you are, I suspect. You don't have the look of a surface dwarf about you. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose. So, as I said, things were going well, but good things must come to an end. One day, a noble woman came to my stall. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that. Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tigers. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold. That's exactly how I see it. The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back. I thank the stone every single day. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you? I hear that Tyr Loghain, the regent, is calling for new levies of troops. He wants to rebuild the army we lost at Astagar. Thing is, there's not a lot of spare men to be found. Out of Dragon's Peak, there's press gangs roaming around, grabbing any free man they can lay their hands on. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Very nice. Yeah, because we have 3 slots, we need to sell some crap. He uses 2 hands, doesn't he? Sten. Just need to sell 1 for right now. Iron ring, it's just an iron ring. Gifts. If I've ranged critical chance. That. You can keep that. Whammer Rune? Upgrade. Grey Warden Hand Puppet. This tin-helmeted puppet is painted with the blue and grey heraldry of the Grey Wardens. Stick. Ah. These are free. Can't pass up free things. Head rock. Chastity belt? Let's go give off. Exceeds the limit. You have two options: clear space in your inventory, destroy, selling, or equipping items, or purchasing a backpack to increase your inventory capacity. Let's see, inventory. I think he's also covered. Ah, Oathbreaker, main hand. 8, good. 2.4, 2.6, 1 point. Wardens. Alright. Armor. Mental resistance. Mental resistance. Put it on big. This is light armor. Sort type. Sort by type. Light. Heavy. Light. Tier 3. Less armor. Okay, because those are medium. Kind of want to use medium for them. Light would be for like the mages and such. Light, medium. Let's give this a try. Worst case scenario is we put them back. Split mail. Yeah, worst case scenario is we just take it off. She needs light. Or claw. Let's see. Light armor cured. 2 magic, 2 cold damage. Better than what she's got. Rex, I need a collar or paint for you. Do have neither. Don't have either. Let's see. Enchanted dagger. She has 2 of them on. Her chance is better. Her piercing is better. Never mind. I'll leave her with those on. Alright, light physical resistance. Need medium for her, but they only seem to have medium helm. Splinter mail. Let's put her splinter mail. What you Sten? That. You can use heavy stuff. It isn't. Isn't he in that? No, he's in heavy chain as well. Yeah, we're not gonna give him a shield. He does need boots though. No more heavy boots, so put him in medium ones for right now. Or actually, that's better. Alright. Got everybody there.
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out.
I do like the fact that the armor changes depending on...
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected.
Do.
And with your discount.
Does he actually have a backpack? No backpack for us. Alright, no backpack for us. That's a really big piece of cheese.
Yes? Well, here I am. What is meant by someone like me? And there were no beautiful, charming women in the cloisters, you think? You would be wrong. There were many lovely young initiates in the Lothering cloister, all of them chaste and virtuous. It added to their mystique, because then they were forbidden, And forbidden fruit is the sweeter, no?
Yeah, I'm
Flatterer.
sappy.
I, however, did not take vows, and so perhaps I am not as enigmatic? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed. We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the Chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken. I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Alright, Alright, quick before we go, we're gonna try and figure out one quick thing. Plot. Oh, there.
That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
Right, so you just hand it to him.
I am impressed. My thanks.
That would probably be better suited for no. Little doll fashioned from rags and stuck with pins, reminiscent of Alistair.
I am grateful. 'Tis thoughtful indeed.
Stick go. There it went. Yeah, he already likes me, but whatever. Alright. Minor cunning. Moderate cunning. Minor strength. Moderate strength. Minor magic. Moderate magic. Minor dexterity. Moderate. Major. Alright. Massive. Wow. I got just about everybody. Massive bonus. I love it. I like it. Need some more of it. Then is all combat. Alright, well, on that note, it is time to split, and next one we'll probably get out of camp and do a little bit more poking and stabbing and shooting with arrows. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.